Hello and welcome to the PG Tourism Planning Associates presentation of the Tourism Site Development Plan of Maracas de Blanchisseuse. This video shows the beautiful North Coast Road and the pockets of paradise that exist along the way. We will see both the challenges and treasures associated with coastal tourism planning in the developing country context. The first stop on our field visit was Maracas Lookout. Here we met first with a performer who boasted of 50 years in the business.
And on the inside, you can see it. It's Maracas. On the inside, you can see it more on the inside. Maracas, then you have Dami, and you have Tyrico. And then you have Las Cuevas, La File, last point, Blanchisseuse.
When asked about what he would like to see the government do, he responded to leave it the way it was.
What about toilet facilities?
It had all that, they steal it. That telephone, they steal it.
With that, we moved on to speak to one of the vendors operating on the lookout.
Well, I personally did over the railing there. They wrapped in front here. I paid at 0. I personally did that.
So that's from your fund?
Yes.
Your money, you took that?
His business is in operation for 14 years, employing strategies to upkeep the area. This includes maintenance of garbage receptacles, cutting the surrounding vegetation, and even changing the tent covering during the hurricane season to prevent asset losses. A common threat was again stated as crime. However, the Maracas Police Services were commended for their timely response.
The only thing we've asked for, and I think we will eventually get it, we anticipate street lights to be installed on the lookout.
After leaving the lookout, the group continued on to the Bayview Restaurant and Bar, which functioned as a well-managed rest stop and boasted a spectacular view of the bay below. This was followed by a visit to the Maracas Fishing Village, where the only tourism-related infrastructure included the hotel and a lifeguard booth. We continued on to Maracas Beach Facility, where the TDC welfare amenities and food vendors were based surrounded by a car park. There we were able to speak with one of the food stall owners.
Really?
When asked about the works being done in the area, the vendor spoke about the problems of flooding and the effects on the ecosystem from the development that the community had no part in developing. We then moved on to the Maracas police station, where we were told that the problems in the area were mostly petty theft and car break-ins. After that, the group moved on to Tyrico Bay. This area was very densely packed with no tourism facilities save the lifeguard structure. There seemed to be no real planning, as persons parked freely on the beach, and there were only a few portable toilets. We then moved on to Las Cuevas, along the way enjoying the scenery. Las Cuevas is the first blue flag beach in Trinidad and Tobago, and the facilities and maintenance of the site was truly a level above. Welfare, community and traditional uses, water and sand quality, and even safety seem to have been taken in stride. An interview with a jewelry vendor at the facility, who was actually a foreign national, revealed much about the land use and ownership of the area. Issues with the transportation and road infrastructure were brought up, referring to the dilapidated condition of the road, which impedes tourist flow into the area. Leaving Las Cuevas beach facility, we passed the fishing depot. Into La Fillette, a large gated community took up the hillside. This high-end compound was well secured and walled around. The roads began to get very bad after this point. The settlements appeared to become more rural and spaced apart, government infrastructure and services less apparent. We then came upon a river where many people were parked, swimming and engaging in other forms of recreation. There were no facilities visible. Along the poorly surfaced roadway, many walled properties were seen after this point, seemingly high-end and exclusive in nature. These were pristinely manicured and built on the seaward side of the roadway, enjoying a prime view of the ocean. We then entered Blanchisseuse, passing the secondary school, fishing facilities, church, and police station. We then passed the Welcome to Blanchisseuse sign and came upon the Laguna Mar Hotel near Marian River. This was a beautiful eco-lodge owned by a foreign national situated on 30 acres of land from the ridge to the sea. They had a development plan approved in 1996 and said that the last they had heard from anyone about developing the area was years ago. They also lacked internet connectivity and were running off their own spring-fed water supply, as the facility was built before WASA had placed services in the area. At this point, we concluded our site visit, taking back with us not only our findings, but a true appreciation for the tourism potential of the North Coast.
So, this I have to say, and I wish you all a nice day. And the going is fine, and you all must come back.